Hi.
Well, I went and watched Five Nights at Freddy's movie and I wanted to do something. I already tried to draw a complete picture about 4 years ago, and as you can see, I thought often was somehow connected with Freddy. I just didn't understand the lore of the game at all. And I immediately ran to look for cardboard. Even before the movie, I made an icon as a true fan of the game, and then decided to make a lot of icons for this video. I decided to make the original 5 characters first. I dropped them immediately on cardboard. There's nothing interesting here yet. Look at speed paint. That's what I want to talk about the movie. I was one of those people who did not expect anything from the film and just rejoiced at the very fact of its existence. Why did I not expect it? Because I started getting carried away with Freddy Bear only about a year ago. Yeah. I reviewed all the Let's Plays videos with tutorials and explanations in one sitting, and even now I have a mess in my head. And there are also books there. Let's go back a little to the video. I've already cut out the characters from cardboard and decided to make more animatronics from the night part of the game. But I'm lazy to draw them entirely, and that's why I make their designations. Here's a simulacrum, but I'll say that this is design. By the way, I played the night part of the game. Well, how I played? I've been on YouTube. We all go through games on YouTube, so to speak. And what can I say about the game? Well, I was struck by nostalgia when I played cartoon games as a child. A lot of bugs.
Now I need to erase the sketch drawing. Here's a look.
And of course, the SpringTrap. I was still too lazy and I decided to just write his phrase. Yes, but in general I think it's very stylish and it immediately becomes clear what we're talking about. So you walk down the street and everyone is like, "Wow, what is this?" Indeed, they ask, "What is this?" To make my badges strong, I add another layer of cardboard to them, encircle them like stencils and glue them, and then cut off everything unnecessary and smear everything with PVA glue. I don't know if this makes sense, but they seem to become not so rotten. And there's something else. I told you I draw 5 characters and you we only seen 4. This golden thing is needed for the fair. I think you we already guessed. But I reveal the secret later.
Now is the time to ask you to subscribe to my channel, like and write a comment. For this, I will show you my cute dog. Thank you all in advance.
In addition to the double layer of cardboard, I also decided to strengthen the icons with toothpicks so that the places next to the ears, fur or small elements do not crumple accidentally. Because of this toothpicks, I will need to glue another layer of cardboard. So these icons definitely have a lot of hit points. In general, I like to do such things to make something, but it bothers me that I have to wait until the glue dries. And I decided not to wait. I came up with something. There is water in the PVA glue and I will evaporate it with the iron. Well, I am a genius just. Yeah.
If you do the same, then the temperature should be minimal. I can hold my hand here.
The icon blanks are ready, but who is this fifth character? I knew that you immediately guessed that this is Golden Freddy. With him I do all the same manipulations. Look. Now I draw each animatronic anew and already with the pen. Anyway, then I will draw with trick paint on top. It seems to me that Bunny didn't come out so well, or something is wrong with the shape of that. They also turned out to have asymmetrical faces, but in general I don't like symmetry, so forgive me for that. So it remains only to paint, and I even begin to like what icons are obtained so different. Well, just look at what beauty. That's not all. Based on their impressions of the film, or rather from this whole event, I decided to make a sign for the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria Cafe.
I forgot to show you earlier how I removed the excess glue from the edges of the icons. So look, I heated the glue and scraped it off as if.
Size of the icon, it turned out to be the size of my palm. Well, in fact, you will see what size this icon turns out to be. I glue it and dry it and glue it and dry it again.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Please do not repeat after me. Do not use the iron if you feel sorry for it. Although there are no traces left. I overdid it and made bumpers on the sides. Although there is no such thing in the original, I don't know what I was thinking until, well, maybe I want to add vellum. I also have a badge that I made before going to the cinema to feel as attached to the fandom as possible. I did it in a hurry, very quickly, literally half an hour, dried in the sun, and everything in general came out sloppy, but I just strand them. The frame of the badge also makes several layers of cardboard, add toothpicks, but I will not improve the drawing itself, let it remain so for memory. Oh, and at the end I make a groove for the pin.
By the way, I bought paints. I had only watercolors before this video, and this is gouache.
Freddy beer. Well, it was very simple and easy to paint Freddy, although it was difficult to mix brown from a limited number of paints, exactly the color I needed. After the paint dries, I correct some lines with a pen and add new ones. Due to the fact that gouache is generally unsaturated, the icons turned out to be so retro style. Although looking at the video you can tell that Chica. Of all the icons, Chica is my favorite, because it came out so bright, saturated, with a depth of color, and also because the color is light, then all the lines are contrasting. But there is one small problem. If you look closely, then she has one cheek bigger than the other. I tried to fix it as best I could, but you can still see. By the way, the side faces of the icons I paint to match the color of the animatronic eyes, except for Bonnie. Bonnie. Oh, I have nothing to say about Bonnie at all. For some reason it was difficult for me to find the color I needed. I couldn't pick it up. I think this icon came out the most unsuccessful, although you probably don't think so. Bonnie is generally one of my favorite animatronics, and I screwed up with him. Foxy. Although Foxy has a lot of details, a gold tooth, a bandage, fangs, it was nice to draw him. I immediately mixed the colors and drew him very quickly. A small fact, he turned out to be a little more than 3 characters. Heh, I accidentally. Security breach. I'll tell you a little bit about their circles. I've redrawn them several times. First when I was making cardboard, and then when I was already drawing. I couldn't make them bright, but I've already come to terms with it. Here are the 4 main characters. I think in general everyone is recognizable. I always come back. I painted this dialog box in such a pale green color, it seems to me just right. Although I probably should have added scuffs or cracks or somehow disfigured the letters, but I only thought about it during the video editing. I painted the side face red, symbolically right, Golden Freddy. This golden thing was needed by Golden Freddy to make him literally golden. It's a cupcake wrapper. I washed it and smoothed it out. Huh. I glued this thing, and at first I thought that I would glue it separately in pieces. The muzzle, ears, head, but it didn't work out that way. I had to glue it with a large piece right away. Well, so I glued everything together and painted the top with paints. Do not add water, otherwise the paint will not fit well. This icon differs from all of them both in size and in that it shimmers in the light. I really liked my idea with literally Golden Freddy.
A sign from the movie.
Well, it's like an icon. Huge. At first I didn't draw using this reference and I had to read everything. How I suffered with this sign. At first I saved it for a very long time. Then I changed something, reshaped the shape. It was difficult to draw. It turned out huge and it's unclear how to wear it. But I came up with something and will show you at the end where I attached it. This is not enough. I also repaint it later. I used footage from the movie and it was in the dark, so I made a mistake with the colors at first. Then, in the process of painting, my inscription did not fit in normally, but I did not redo it. Consider it such a highlight, like a Freddy's face. Well, look at this. I think the face got sick.
Guys, is this Freddy Fazbear?
Then I changed it too. I also tore up snowflakes that glow in the dark and glued them to beaded light bulbs so that they glow like in the movies, like.
Then I painted the backsides black on all the badges.
Then I just covered all the icons with transparent nail polish. It took a lot of nail polish. I even went to the store for a new bottle. Applied one layer on one side, then it dried and covered the other side, and so with all the icons. I probably should have bought some special artistic varnish, but I only had it for nails and decided to cover everything with it. I think this is a good option, and there were no art shops near me at all. In some places the paint leaked a little, but then I fixed it. I'm almost done. It remains to glue the pins. By the way, I glued my badge to this badge for the movie, but then I peeled it off. Everything is kept well and comfortable. Just look at these icons. They seem to be from a store, but you can still understand that they are made by hand, and I really like it.
And now look what I came up with a sign. It's literally a sign on my wall, glowing in the dark.
That's how the light bulbs glow in the dark, but of course it's hard to see on the camera.
And now here's what the badges look like on me.
Thank you all so much for watching. Like, write comments and subscribe to the channel. There are many more interesting videos ahead.